Hey y'all, so this is T.A.L.K episode 3. Today we're going to be talking about relationships, friendships, and the third topic that I haven't told them yet, which is going to be love. So right here, the Malik Cooper from Shreveport, Louisiana. Tell you. You got, what's your name now?
Jodi.
Her name is Jodi. She just popped up, y'all. She just popped up. You got Noel returning. Then you got Alyssa Landry. She finally decided to talk, y'all. T.A.L.K episode 3. So the first one we're gonna talk about is relationships. Relationships as in intimate relationships. So I've been in a couple relationships, even as a kid. It is what it is, honestly. Now intimate relationship, being very intimate with them, yeah, that ain't been too much. Yeah, relationships have been, I ain't won too many times in the relationship column. I got more L's than I got wins, honestly. That is what it is. How do y'all feel about relationships?
Overrated.
Overrated?
Agreed.
Noel?
I feel like relationships today aren't what they used to be. Like, yeah. So
Yeah, cool. Tell the people. Make sure they can hear you.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not big on relationships. So.
That's fair. Do y'all feel like just relationships in general are a thing that have been put to the side? Like they're not really thought about as much. They're put in a box, a container, or they're seen as a weight. You know, they're seen as things that hold people back from doing what they're supposed to do. Or do you think that's more of a thing of we're misinterpreting relationships, so we're not doing our part as really just humans?
I think in a way everybody wants a relationship, but they don't want to do what it takes to keep it.
I feel like relationships nowadays are more so like people go together, but it's without the actual like being together part, if I'm saying this right. Like people won't commit to it. Like they don't want a title. They don't want a title. They go together, and then one day you might just end it and you just gotta be okay with it because you weren't actually together. I feel like we're skipping the whole relationship part and we're all staying in this talking phase. So you've done everything that you've had to do in this talking phase and you're not actually in the relationship, living in the relationship.
I completely agree with that. Like people just don't want to commit to anything anymore.
You can speak up so they can hear
I
you.
completely agree with that. People just don't want to commit anymore.
I agree with what they said. It's all circumstantial at this point.
I mean, like back in the day, it used to be like 3 dates, and then y'all were like, "Oh, we're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend," and then grow together. Well, now it's we're gonna talk for 6 months. Oh, we didn't work out, so we're just gonna stop talking. Or we talked for 6 months. Now we're gonna date, but it fails because you've done everything that you want in the relationship in those 6 months. So now,
What's left?
yeah, like.
I mean, from my personal perspective, I think it's a thing, honestly, we don't really have that conversation. I don't think the conversation's had, by both ends. Like the hard talks, we don't really have those hard talks anymore. Nor do we have any type of actual conversation. And that's another thing. What up, man?
What's good?
Yeah, I feel like having those hard talks is what's going to make it last. And also, a lot of times people are like, oh, 6 months in, it didn't work. Well, shoot. I mean, that's a relationship is something that you got to work on. That's like a car. You can't just get it and then drive for 6 months and not get an oil change. You know what I'm saying? You can't get a car and just think, oh, well, I don't need new tires after so many miles. I don't need oil change. I don't need maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the relationship's going to be rocky. Sometimes it's going to be rough. Sometimes it's going to be like, I can't stand this person and stuff like that. The same with, like I said, with cars. Sometimes it's like, I got to put gas in you again. You know what I'm saying? But it's a thing that we have to continue to work on that that relationship, to continue to elevate really in all aspects, honestly. And that's it. Like I said, that's my personal opinion. That's my personal viewpoint. Y'all just
I look at it. I'm dealing with somebody, and I look at the good and bad. Like if the good outweigh the bad, okay. But if the bad starts to outweigh the good by a large margin, then I think it's time to go a different route.
Like, what's your time frame on that?
I don't think it is one. It's just if the bad stuff coming consistently, like it's just every day or every week, it can start to become draining. And if she do 10 good things and she do 2 bad things, you can live with that ratio. I can. But if it's every day, if I wake up and you call me and I hesitate to answer the phone, like I don't think, this ain't it. Now, of course we're gonna be mad at each other, but if I'm doing it, like you walk into my here she go. If I don't want to be around you as much, then I think it's time to,
I respect that. And I think that's also the thing of learning more about each other. People. I feel like we live into a society now where everything's like microwave. You know what I'm saying? So everything's quick. Everybody wants a certain, like everybody wants something like just ready. Everybody wants to be ready. Everybody wants to, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Not even just relationships. It's in where they want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was looking for like the long haul. Like you, like Jodi, you said, the time frame on that. I think that's also a thing that we, as people, need to learn to just slow down on. Like, if by this time they don't know this, or if by this time they don't do that, or by this time I don't do this, then it's a thing about, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're limiting ourselves and when we put that limit and that cap on it, it takes a lot of, it could be like a hindering to our blessings. That's how I see it.
I look at it too, but back when she said time frame, like when I meet you, I know, it's almost like I don't know if y'all had this, like I feel like, okay, I know how long we finna be. Just judging how we meet each other, because if we don't align, I'm gonna know it before we even go wherever. So, I mean, what's the waste? I mean, we gonna do whatever, but in my mind, it's gonna always be in the back of my mind. I'm not gonna be with this woman forever for the long haul. So why? That's just me. I have it. I don't know if it's an ability I have, but.
So, if you know that you're not gonna be with them, why even like?
I don't.
Okay, I'm just
saying. I'm speaking from my perspective. I kind of. Well, if I know it, I'm not gonna. We can be cool. We can, do whatever. But like relationship, I'm gonna let that be known too. Like this ain't going where you think it is. Just because I greatly value my time.
That's real. That's real.
I think that's also like a problem that people have is like they don't let the other person know, like, hey, I'm not looking for anything. Like they just kind of let the other person's feelings like grow for them until it comes to the point where like you have to potentially break their heart and it breaks the friendship that went along with it.
I think that's another thing too. We don't really build that friendship, you know what I'm saying, first. I think people forget, like, when you do get into a relationship, that doesn't mean y'all have stopped being friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing of, well, shoot, we're in a relationship and No, like that's still your friend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were friends first. I would hope so. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, all right, meeting, then friend, relationship first, then when y'all do that relationship, it's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? You understand more, you understand better of what that person is. Like I said, that's my personal viewpoint on that.
And that's actually the definition of it. It's dope to have.
Okay, then cool. Hey, go ahead. You heard cool? You heard cool? That's the definition.
No, but I just know a lot of people think intimacy like sexual. That's not true. It means to know, to converse, stuff like that. I mean, that sexual is the correct terminology to use. I know you said that at the beginning.
Oh yeah. See, I was
Like, I can be intimate with
I was on that.
a stranger, but
So, moving on from relationships, friendships. How do y'all feel about that? Before y'all start to answer, do we really have a relationship and a friendship with ourselves? Like, do you have a friendship and a relationship with yourself? We talk about being intimate, but how often are we intimate with ourselves? As in, how well do we know ourselves? You know what I'm saying? We always talk about knowing other people, but when do we take the time out to really know ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Just like, can you be a friend with yourself?
That's something you have to. Before you can be in a friendship or a relationship. Yes, they can.
They can't hear you. Alyssa Landry.
Speak up.
Before you can be in a relationship or a friendship with anybody else, you have to make yourself happy. So you have to be intimate with yourself at some point.
But I feel like people nowadays don't realize that you yourself have to be happy to give another person happiness, which is ultimately what you want out of a relationship.
But I mean, some people say they want happiness out of a relationship. Some people say they want stability. Some people say they want somebody to be there for them. So it varies from relationship to relationship. And if you look for happiness out of a relationship, I think that's one of the quickest ways to be unhappy, honestly.
I think in a relationship, if you're looking for happiness inside of a relationship and you're not happy with yourself, you're not going to find it, because why would somebody that's happy with themselves be with somebody else that's not happy with themselves? Like, you can't just take somebody else's happiness away. In a way, you have to think of it as, say, two people in a relationship, you have to think of it as they have to be happy on their own and then bring that to the table and build another happiness. You can't share that happiness in a sense, because it's just not gonna work.
Cool, what you got?
I agree with everything they said. You gotta know yourself, man. You gotta, like me, I meditate every day, like in the morning, like an hour. Like I wake up early, right? Cause I know nobody else up, so that'd be my time.
Ski.
I get that out the way, so the rest of the day I'll be straight. So, but last year the quarantine first hit, I was like in the house for like 3 months, and that was the time I really was like, okay, Malik, it's time to really study yourself, know what you like, what you don't like, your morals, all that stuff. And ever since that time, I feel like I've been waking up. Like I want to attract certain people now. Everything's just different, because if I see something and I know it's not for me, I don't even put my time into it. So before I didn't know that, I was trying to give everybody a chance and everything, but when I really sat down and got right, I just was like, nah, this ain't it.
I feel that. From personal experience, I'll never forget my high school sweetheart. So it was a thing of, I didn't really give people chances or anything, but I liked her in 7th grade, right? So I liked her in 7th grade, and the day I was finna tell her was the day she told everybody, she was finna move, like transfer schools and everything. So I was like, I'm not finna tell her, because that's kind of like elementary type stuff to sit there, wait till the person, find out they can leave, and so it happens, you want to tell me the same day? No. That morning I woke up with it on my mind. I got up, I said, I'm gonna tell her today. So then we get to school, we get to the 5th period, I'll never forget Miss Great Glass and CMM, because we had a drama together. So I'm sitting there, I'm just like, all right. So I'm gonna tell her, but everybody hugging, I'm all in the class, you know what I'm saying, what's going on? She tells us she's gonna leave. Man, I said, I know nothing. So time moves on and everything. I didn't find my first love, which is, I ain't gonna say her name, but you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You with the bird and everything else. But time goes on, junior year of high school, first day of school, I'm dapping everybody off, know everybody. I'm right there, Capitol Street High School, right there in the gym foyer. I walk to the door, I look. I'm talking about I just stopped. I freed up, talking about stuttering and everything. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, all right, play it cool, act like, you know what I'm saying, you don't really remember her too much, cause I'm trying to play it cool.
What's her name?
My high school sweetheart. I'm gonna say it.
I know her.
You probably do actually. You probably do. So I'm sitting there. All right. So I go out there and talk to her. I said, hey, how you doing? I spoke to Peyton, the girl that's next to her. I said, hey, what's up, Peyton? Da da da. I said, what, I'm trying to play it all cool and everything. Hey, how you doing? What's your name again? The Red Birds. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there. I'm like, so boom. I'm trying to play it cool and everything. And she like, yeah, what's your name again? Cause it's been so many years. And at that point, I was like, I don't know what she talking about. I don't know nothing else. I don't care who else in the school. This is the person I want. So time goes on, we're talking. Things are going cool, straight. And then we started dating. The summer going into senior year, a month before her birthday, it was June 4th. I'll never forget. Cause her birthday on July 4th. So I'm sitting there, and then we start dating. And that's when everything started to go just rocky, right? So things, just a bunch of things happened. As in, like, it was hard to be in a relationship later on because of certain things, I ain't gonna just put her business out there. But certain things that in her past that has happened to her, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of hard for her to see some things that, like, hey, like, I actually got love for you. I'm actually loving you. And then, on my end too, it was hard to accept some things because I was a person, I wasn't very forgiving and really until that relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that as in, oh, I'm perfect. No. You know what I'm saying? I did wrong too. You know what I'm saying? That's just how a relationship is. People do wrong, people do right. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So it was a thing of I gave her so much of me, and I kept giving. And back then in high school, she wasn't a giving person, but she changed a lot for the better. And I will say that I will commend her on that too. And she helped me grow in many ways. You know what I'm saying? She helped me to learn patience for sure, and forgiveness. Yes, Lord have mercy.
Yes.
But it's good that you identified what she taught you.
Oh yeah. Like I said, and we're not in contact now. Last time I talked to her was, what's today? 18?
18.
Yeah, so 4 days be 22nd. That was the last time I talked to her. And the reason I know that, because last year on the 22nd was the day my mama had died. So I called her up, just to give her the news. So that was the last time I talked to her. But that relationship really taught me a lot too, you know what I'm saying? And I also feel like we didn't understand the fact that we were also friends. We were still friends within our relationship, but we didn't see it that way, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we didn't see eye to eye. And that was just the thing about us, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see eye to eye on a lot, and it took a lot for us to come to an even balance. And that my little shout out.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
My little shout out. You know what I'm saying? I still love her to this day. I say everybody, I still love her to this day. And that's my thing. If I tell you I love you, regardless of what you do, I will always love you. You know what I'm saying? So any girl I am with after that, I tell them, hey, like, if I tell you I love you, there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so all my exes, if I tell them I love them, I still love them. There ain't no, and that's one thing I don't like about myself sometimes. The unconditional love.
It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, man. That was a shout.
How I feel about yourself, this topic. I kind of went last year, was super duper hard. Went through one of the hardest kind of relationships for me, and it was difficult, like transitioning. So picking myself up, I fell in love with somebody, like fell for them so hard to the point where like I crashed and I burned. Like I crashed so hard. You can ask Alyssa. I was a hot mess and I didn't understand how to pick myself up after that. But when I finally like took the time to let my wounds heal, like that is that is when I started to know myself and know my boundaries. And they know to this day, like, they know that I still love them. And if a car were coming, I'd probably jump in front of it. But they also know, like, they also know, like, I would,
Take it with you.
yeah.
We're jumping together at this point.
But yeah, so but they know that, but like I also had to take the time for myself and like realize that it wasn't okay what I was doing, and like me like chasing after that person, like chasing and chasing, that I needed to stop and I needed to step back and I needed to do it for myself. And I didn't truly become the person I am and feel happiness until I left. So yeah, I just I don't know, until that happened, I wasn't happy. I didn't know happiness, and now that I like took the time for myself, took a break and focused on me, I understand myself, my boundaries, and what I will and will not accept. And so now that I'm more comfortable with myself, I can have better relationships with people, and not just in the moment relationships, but like deep and regular relationships. And yeah. Woo.
I feel like another thing with relationships is, in a relationship, like still talking on happiness, you have to be happy with yourself in a way to not depend on that person for everything. Because when you become so dependent and you're not independent at all, and it's just basically you're supposed to lean on each other when you need help and times get rough and things like that. But like day-to-day basis, when you're with each other 24/7 and you depend on them with anything, walking to class, anything, and there's a point in time where there's no space for you to learn yourself anymore, because you're still learning that person even more every day, and you just throw away yourself in a way. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Like expectation is the greatest hit, the hardest. Like once you expect something, they don't do it. It's like, man, it's like disappointing. It's almost, you might as well die, when somebody you really care about. And that's why it's good to just lean on your own self. And if they want to help,
Right.
that's cool. But do for self first, then accept whatever they get, whatever they bring is just a plus.
So what is it? So okay, we talking about that. How do y'all expect love to be? Like what is your definition of love? Cool.
My definition of love is like, with a man and a woman.
No, like what is your definition of love? Like,
I think my
It's
definition
love.
of love is what a mother is to a child. Like, no right or wrong, every day. I always try to make our mama mad, but it don't, like, they gonna answer, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I could be in Nebraska, she gonna come get me if I need her to. I think that's what love is. It's like a no matter what, like, I love you. It's a combination of action, feeling, cause I love people, but some people I love, not so much. You can love somebody just by being around them.
Right.
And not know. Like, it's people that I ain't talked to in years, but I still love them. But if we talking relationship-wise, I can't really speak on it, because my last relationship, I was a freshman in high school.
Ooh.
That was 10 years ago.
Who's out here playing with emotions?
Nah, it's just, I told you I greatly value my time, so if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. But love is just, I think what a mother is to her kids.
Okay. Jodi.
Great definition. And
Jodi. Yeah, tell the folks what
Yeah,
you think.
Jodi.
Tell the folks what you think love is.
I'm
what you
interested
feel.
in this one.
What is Jodi's definition of love?
Yeah.
Jodi's definition of love is
You take them.
unsure.
For sure.
Like, I know what a mother's love is to a child, but to have that love for one of your peers, like, they're different. To have with your partner, like, it's all different types of love that you have. So depending on what type of love, it's it's a different definition.
Okay. Let's ask Noel what her definition of love is. Come on. CLG, certified lover girl. Come on.
I don't know. I'm a very big person on feelings, but like, I'm one of those true like believers for somebody with love, like at first sight kind of thing. Like, I don't know, y'all might have never experienced, but like, there's like, sometimes there's just people in your life who come into your life and you just know off the bat, and I'm not even talking about like romantic wise, like, you love them to death. And like, but romance wise, love, that is like, it's the kind of, it's when you can have a conversation and it will never, like, it doesn't stop, it doesn't become little like minimal, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that, it's deep conversations all the time. It doesn't have to be like deep, but you can have a constant conversation. You don't get bored. You can sit in the room with them and have their presence, and you don't have to be like doing something with it. Like, you love like their presence. Like, it's just a whole different type. Like, you have a connection with them that nobody else will understand. It's kind of like, we have a sign in our house and it says, relationships, like love is like peeing your pants. Only you can feel it, but everybody else can see it, and it's how I feel. So that's love. Only y'all two can feel it, but everyone else can see it. So it's like peeing your pants. More. I was waiting for that one. You're welcome. Boom, drop the mic.
Next, Alyssa. Alyssa. What you feel like love is? What is love to you?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. Like, I've been in a relationship before, but obviously it didn't go well, so can't tell you if that was love or whatever. But like, I can speak on like a friendship type love, because I know that like I'm not gonna say I don't have like friends and everything like that, but the people that I do hang out with and the people that I do talk to, in a way, like I love them all, and I'd put my life on the line for any of them if they needed it in the day. That's just that's just the type of person I am with my friendships and everything else. So I can't really speak on it romance wise, because I don't think I've experienced it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't really romance, but friend wise, like, I'd die for my friend if I needed to, you know. Like that,
100%.
Yeah, I think that's like the, if I could die for you, I feel like it's some people I won't die for. That's just real. I mean, but it's, some people like, they like believe I need a heart. I'm like, okay, bro. Like, yeah, like, I got you. I believe I need anything. Like, I think that's the greatest form of love. Like, just being there for somebody, accepting them as who they are, not judging them on what they do. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my friends go to jail for killing somebody, I'ma still talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, real. Like, I'ma tell him, you know, you messed up, bro. I was like, me and my best friend, we got matching tattoos. You know what I'm saying? So like, we done fell out before. We done did a lot of stuff, but I believe you only gonna have like 3 or 4 real friends. You know what I'm saying? You may know a lot of people, but like, I can call one of my partners and be like, I need $5. And he gonna give it to me. You know what I'm saying? And don't ask for it when it's coming back.
I feel like I need to reiterate my answer.
Say it out loud just to the kid.
In a way, okay, I said that I don't think I've experienced love, but I can't really say it like that, because I mean, when I was in a relationship, I said I love you, and like I meant it. But in a way, if there was like real love there, we wouldn't be in 2 different places type thing.
What do you mean by 2 different places?
Like, we would not be together if it was like a true love type thing.
But I mean,
I don't agree.
I disagree.
I don't agree.
No, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just
saying, you said if it was really love, we
Like-
wouldn't separate.
let me try to. Here, y'all talk about it. Let me try to figure out how all these words together.
You experience different loves with different people. Like,
Yeah, in a way. Okay, so
here we go. Got her.
what I'm saying is, in a relationship, I can't say that I know what love is, because I have said it before, and I want to say I meant it, but then in another way, I'm just like,
So you have your own version of love.
Right.
Because if you told like your ex or whatever that you love doing, or you felt some type of way towards that's your definition of love. That's how you feel. The only way that you feel is great enough to explain your feelings.
Come here.
So,
We're just gonna.
first of all, I just want to point this out. Jodi said she's unsure about her definition of love, but then she just gave a whole definition. I ain't, we didn't feel that. But
Now I realized.
I know.
my personal definition of love is really, it's love to me personally is a choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm choosing to love you and choosing to do for you, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is. Regardless of what it is, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of the flaws, the imperfections, you know what I'm saying, the wrongs. Like, everybody gonna hurt you in life. I've come to that realization. And I realize the people that's gonna hurt me the most are the people that's closest to me. You know, when I accepted that and realized I still, like, you know, I still love them I still love people to this day. Brothers I've had that we're no longer talking, not blood brothers, but people I've been close with, did the utmost for and protected. You know, it's a thing of, honestly, they were my brothers, so I love them, the girls I've dated, you know what I'm saying? So it's a thing of, I really love this choice. It's a thing of, yes, you may be mad right here, but I'm going to cover your flaws, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to cover your flaws, your imperfections. I'm going to cover you in the best way I know possible, you know what I'm saying? When you with me, hey, I'm your bodyguard. I don't care. Like, there's nobody that's going to touch you, mess with you, you know what I'm saying, while I'm around. So yeah, to me personally, love is a choice.
I meant to say what you just said, but it makes more sense to me that you said it.
Yeah, love to me personally, love is just a choice.
Love is what a dog gives his owner. I think that's what it is, right or wrong. Like I said, like a dog, I believe that a dog, a grandmother, and a mother are the three pure definitions of love. Because my grandma, I'm sure everybody's grandma is like the sweetest person ever. You know, well, not the sweet, but I'm saying, like, you know your grandma love you. Like, that ain't no question. Like, you know your mama love you. You know, sometimes you can't stand your back. I love my mama, but sometimes I can't stand her. That's just because she's my mama. Like, she knows certain things about me. But I've had dogs where, like, dogs just get it. I don't know what it is. They just.
Yeah, me and my dog cool. She cool. She cool.
You beat that thing.
Man, quit lying to me. Man, you got people on YouTube think I beat my dog. I ain't beat my dog.
You beat.
Make it make sense, But so, okay, so let me ask y'all this. We talked about relationships. We're supposed to talk about friendships, but I think we really talk more about relationships. I think that's just All right, y'all, we back. Couple difficulties. But yeah, what was that? To my love.
Yeah.
Just to let y'all know.
Oh, everybody, it's KB. It's KB.
How y'all doing? I'm just saying, I won't say anything. I'm just here.
He said he's just here.
KB. But KB, so since you weren't here, we're gonna ask you, how do you feel about relationships, friendships, and the L word, love?
Touch that topic. Just go to the next one, because I ain't prepared mentally yet.
No, that's the point.
Just speak.
How I feel about the word love?
No, well, what is love to you? Like, what is love to KB?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
speak
sorry.
up.
I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Let's just go. We'll listen to the next one. We can come back, but
What
let's
does a
just move
relationship
on.
mean to you?
Aren't you in a relationship?
He is.
Yeah. Let's just move on.
I
to
hope
the
you
next.
don't see this.
Yeah, let's just go to the next one.
All right. So, what is a
Put the
relationship?
pressure on me.
No,
We
like,
already
the next topic.
we've all answered it. These
Okay,
are the
okay.
topics.
So, what is a friendship to KB?
My mind is everywhere right now. Let's just go to the next one, please.
It's only 3 times.
That was it.
Look,
So,
Love, relationship, friendship. Go.
gotta make something shake.
a relationship. I don't know. Let's just.
Okay, so
Sorry.
okay. Let's slow it down.
I'm terribly sorry.
Do you have a relationship with yourself?
Yeah.
To what extent?
Like, so how did you develop?
Shit. Ain't no extent.
How did you develop that relationship with yourself?
Accept myself for who I am first, before anything.
That's the first step.
That's the first step, accepting yourself, being comfortable in your own skin. I don't know why he's shaking his head, because he battles with himself every day, wishing he was me. Hey, it is what it is. But you gotta accept yourself first, and yeah. The key to building a good relationship is having a strong friendship. You got to be friends first.
Why do you sound like a preacher?
Or, for lack of a better word, he who wants
No, bro. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
That's the truth.
I will leave if he starts to talk like that. If you want to do that, bro, I will walk it out. You gotta be friends first. You have to form some type of bond.
Right.
Not sexual, not
Intimate.
I guess whatever you want to call it. But you gotta form some sort of bond before you can even
So,
move into
do
a
you
relationship.
agree that whoever wants a friend must first show themselves friends?
Yeah.
These are not my words. These are
That's
God's
fine.
words.
That's fine. But yes,
God's word.
that's fine. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, piggybacking off of that,
Uh-huh.
what is love to KB? Like, there's no wrong answer. We've all given our definition of what.
What was y'all?
Mine was what a mother is to a child. That I feel like that's love.
Mine was love is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with him, and then I said, honestly, don't know.
She said, Jodi said, she said unsure. Then she proceeds to tell Alyssa a definition
of love.
A definition of love.
I don't know why you're getting that deep into it. You added in that part out.
What you say?
You got to.
I said love. I don't even know how you explain it. I don't know how to explain. I was just like, it's like you can have a conversation with somebody and it never goes dull. Like that.
Basically,
that
a
type
well
of
that
love.
never runs dry.
Yeah, that. There. Woo! Woo!
So, what about when y'all are older? You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets to a point in time, I believe, and from what I've seen personally, y'all get to a point where it's not even y'all okay and at peace with just being in silence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all do talk, sometimes some days it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all could be in the same vicinity, married and everything. But some days I've seen couples not really say anything to each other. You know what I'm saying?
But they're comfortable within it.
So
when we speaking on love, it's in a relationship with another
It's
with a
a-
spouse. That's the
It
type
could be
of
in a relationship,
relationship,
with a spouse, or it could be love in a
friendship.
friendship, love just in general.
See, there's a.
Exactly.
That's what I was
I
saying.
got a
That's
lot
what
of
I was
different
saying.
types of love.
That's the
Okay,
point.
so like
in my life.
I spoke on love in a friendship, and then I
Uh-huh.
spoke on love in a relationship.
Well, I'm gonna speak on love as a father and son. Can I speak on that? Can I
Go
touch
ahead,
that?
man.
Can I touch that? Go, Malik.
I'm
not.
Listen.
You're not in the video.
You speaking on father and son probably is going to be the same as you speaking on mother and child, but do you
It's
think-
not, Malik, because
do you think-
every mother and child will have the same connection as a father and son, or as a father and their child.
Go ahead.
You probably don't have the same connection with your dad that I do with mine. We don't have the similar connection. I've never told my dad I love you,
Me either.
and he's never told me.
Me either. So I've never, honestly,
Have you ever hugged your dad?
Let me
No,
say
it's
this.
not.
I never hugged my
I
dad
definitely
either.
Let me say this.
I call him Kevin.
Look,
Do y'all have
I call my dad by his first name.
do y'all have childhood trauma?
Do y'all have
No,
daddy
no.
issues?
I'm gonna tell you why I call my daddy by his first name. This is what I think, because he calls his mother by her first name.
I would never.
So I think I got it
Does
from
he
him.
have mommy issues?
No, he doesn't. But I just never. It make my skin crawl when I like growing up. He'll be like, if I wanted like a certain game, he'd be like, you gotta call me daddy first, and this to make me cringe. And I'll be like, I can't do it, so I just call him daddy. And like everybody don't think that's my daddy because I call him daddy. They be like, that's your real daddy? Yes, that's my real daddy. I just don't. We more friends than
Stop it with that.
she over here
Oh,
looking at y'all.
cut it out.
I'm a kind-hearted person.
But I ain't, no, I've always, I've called my dad, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I used to say daddy, but then I got older, I was like, man, I'm not calling him my daddy. Then I got older, started calling him Pops, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, I hug my daddy as soon as I see him. Like, daddy, I hug him.
I do like one of these, like I never do break.
Yeah, that's the good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, it's never
But
like
we don't have, me and my dad, we don't hold conversations like what we hold in conversations right now.
Okay.
We don't talk about anything outside of sports or criminal minds. That's it.
my dad talking about.
No, see, that's what I'm saying.
Like I mean,
No, we don't do that. Like I consider like if my dad was watching a movie and we were eating in the living room or something, I could literally sit there and watch that whole movie. Yeah, you don't remember that.
What you said?
Dude, go ahead, tell the folks.
No, she's not gonna tell the folks about. No, we are not bringing daddy issues up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. But yeah, like I could sit in the room with him for hours and not say a word with him and be like completely comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? But since I've known him, they said when he was younger, you know, he used to be just like me, but something I guess changed in his life. But
I had you.
that was the best thing that ever happened to that man. But yeah. So like, I love you. None of that. We don't do none of that. You know.
Yeah.
I never had the sex talk. I never had the no smoke talk. I never had the don't party, weed drinking. I never had none of that. You know what I'm saying? We just live in the same household.
I tell my pops every time we get off the phone, I say, I love you, you know what I'm saying? At first it was kind of new to him, but then I would say, I love you, and then he always say, hey, I love you, take Jesus with you.
Yeah, no,
You know
we don't even talk about that. We don't even.
Nah, the most my dad ever said was like he proud of me, like.
Bruh, this man's never said that to me, bruh.
Yeah,
We don't talk, bro. It's crazy. Oh, so that's why I say it's different type of love, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got
2. Oh, we live at 5. You know what's going on, you feel
Go
me?
ahead, I mean, Mel, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. It's time to talk right here.
I'm Matt. Hey, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
You gotta introduce yourself first. It's his phone. Hey, Mel, you gonna introduce? Are you gonna introduce yourself?
What I just showed him was love. I just showed him love.
Mel, you gonna introduce
It
yourself?
may not be how he wanted it.
Auntie Mel, you heard
That's
me?
how you got
Born 2002. What am I? First name Jamel, last name Wusu. I'm a senior here at Louisiana College, and that's all.
Alright,
Big old.
y'all, hey, it was great. I'm glad y'all viewed the video. I will drop everybody Instagram, Snapchat, whatever they want within the bio. Not the bio, the little thing at the bottom, comment section. So, appreciate y'all coming in. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the
Ciao.
talk.
Hey, if y'all got a topic, just, comment down below. Go, yes, no?